What's crack-a-lackin', y'all? It's your girl, Anacioni, here with another makeup tutorial for you. This makeup look is inspired by Greta from the Gremlins. This is sort of an illusion makeup art piece that you can also use in the black light. This video is going to be a little bit different because I have pre-recorded this like way before I even thought about starting this YouTube channel, so I didn't show like products and stuff, but I'll just list those in the description below and also try to go through like what products I'm using and what I'm doing as we go through the video together. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, I'm going to start off by trying to map out the facial features that I want to incorporate into this look for Greta. First, we're going to start off with some tag white face paint and a small round brush. You can use a fine tip brush, whatever works for you. We're going to start by creating some eyes right over our cheeks. This is going to give us the illusion that our face is a lot smaller and wider than our natural face. Now we can map out where our mouth is going to be, our smile lines, our brow line, and all that jazz. Next, we gotta color in this baby. So I'm gonna go in with a combination of yellow tag face paint and also neon yellow face paint by Fusion Body Art. Use that mixture to fill in your nose, your smile line, your chin, and that whole area. I smudge in some yellow paint just under the eyelid on either side. Now it's time for some beautiful green skin. I'm going to go in with another mixture of paints. This time, I'm not really sure what the brands are, but they're probably Tag and probably Fusion Body Art, but it's another green regular face paint and then a neon green face paint. So for this piece, we don't have to paint our whole face. We get to leave our forehead clear because we're going to have bangs just over our natural eyes to kind of cover them and mask them and help transition this into an illusion piece. So fill in all the spots besides the eyes and the mouth with green. Using mostly neon yellow face paint, I'm going to go over all of the yellow spaces and try to buff out or blend any spots where I may have dusted too much green over. Plus, this is really going to help the yellow stand out and pop in the black light. Dance break. I can't play the song that I was dancing to, but it was fun. Take out your handy dandy baby wipe and wipe away the inside of the eyes as well as your inner lip. So before we jump into the next step, I wanted to mention you see my lips outlined here because originally I had an idea to do teeth on my lip painted, but I didn't like the way that looked, so I ended up changing it to a full lip, and using tooth enamel, I changed my teeth to these nasty little fangy things, and I just think it made the look just look better. So ignore my half-painted red lips, and if you see teeth pop up, just don't pay attention to that. I'll let you know what to do when the time comes. So next we're going to go back in with that white tag face paint and our fine tip or rounded brush, and we're going to start recreating the insides of our eyes, starting with the eyelids. Then you can jump in with some blue paint. I'm using that weird metallic-y blue paint that I always use. I just love it. I don't know the name of it. I'm going to run out of it soon, and I'm going to have to figure out where I got it. Using that same blue paint, I'm going to paint the irises of my new eyes. Using Tag regular dark blue face paint and a rake brush, I'm going to start from the outer edges of the irises and drag that paint to the center of your new eye. Go back in with the same brush and that lighter blue paint and do the same thing. Then you can go in with some white paint and the rake brush and do the same thing. This is creating layers and giving your eyes more depth. Take your fine tip brush or rounded brush with your tag white and fill in the whites of your eyes. Then you can use some black powder. I'm using Mehron Starblend black and a small fluffy brush, and we're just going to outline pretty much everything from your eyes to your smile line, your lips, all your facial features. Here I'm just going in with some rando blue powder, I don't know, eyeshadow or something. I think I got it at like Five Below or something. It's cheap crap blue, but it works. So this is just giving it a little shine. But I wanted it more shiny, so I ended up going in with some blue sparkles. These are just some cheap sparkles I most likely got at the Dollar Tree. Dem teeth dough. Now I'm adding another layer of neon yellow face paint underneath my eyes or my waterline. Now we can go in with our black tag face paint and our fine tip brush and outline some details. So everywhere I've put a shadow, I am now going to put a black harsh line around it. This will really help the character start coming together. Now you can go in with the same black paint and brush and you can start painting in your pupils. I went with a sort of cat shaped. I believe hers are this shape, if I'm not mistaken. Outlining more of my shadows. I love painting cartoon eyes like this. They just look so cute and amazing. Mustn't forget Greta's beautiful beauty mark. Still using the same brush, we can go in on the eyes and add some more dimension and detail. Then you can flick out from the cat wing and make some eyelashes on the top and bottom lids of your new eyes. Then you can go ahead and start outlining your brow. As you can see here, I had those weird teeth lips and I kept checking them out. Like, I was like, oh my God, am I going to keep these? I don't know. They kind of look weird. And then I didn't. Go in with some tag white face paint and your fine tip brush and start highlighting everything. I ended up taking some of that white paint on a sponge and I buffed out a little area on my nose and under my waterline for my eyes, just to give it a little more highlight. And here's where I was like, yeah, these teeth gotta go. I don't like them. Boom. So you're going to fill in your lips with a mixture of black and red face paint. I think these are both tag. One of them could be Diamond FX, not really sure. I took a break here to let my lips dry, and then I just felt like maybe my eyes needed some eyelashes. So I took some falsies, cut them up, and started gluing with some eyelash glue. I applied about a lash and a half on the upper lid and half a lash on the bottom lid. So I go back in with my white face paint and start outlining my mouth and smile lines and any details I missed earlier. Give my eyes a little highlight. Switch over to my black face paint and just brush up any edges, make them a little sharper. Add some of that black paint to the center of my lips and smudge it out. Drag it to my new corner of my new lip, and then I make some linear, well, kind of diagonal lines from the center of my mouth. You can go in with some neon pink face paint, pretty sure it's Fusion Body Art, and just make it poppy just a little more. Make sure to go in between those black lines that you just created. It will help hide your natural lips. Here I go in with some white paint and I'm just very sparingly dotting on some white paint that I'm then going to smudge out with my finger. These lips are like one big finger painting. I then use that same white and add a couple of highlights over the eyelids. And jump right over to the nose. Start highlighting the little grooves I've made on the upper nose and then outlining the edge of the nose. Don't forget your nostrils. You got to paint some black nostrils on this girl. It always tickles. Let's throw some mouth lines on the yellow part of the face right above the lip. If you don't know what that is, squint your lips and look at the lines, and those are the lines that we're painting. Add some beautiful white highlights to the eyes, a few extra highlights to the lips. If you're wondering why I keep moving my face so much, it's to see how this character looks in practice. Like, I want to know how this character's moving so that I know what I'm painting next, kind of. Now we can black out our entire piece. So whatever parts of this face and neck that we don't want shown, we're going to paint black, because once we take our picture, it'll make it easier to crop that out and you won't even see it in the black light. Add some lines to the neck to give it a little more dimension and character. Then you can throw some white highlights on top of that. Fix any mistakes you've made. Move over to your nose, finish highlighting and shading that. Then I went in over my eyes and just darkened that area so that when I put the wig on, you can't tell that my eyes are right there. Now for this part, I decided to make some ears out of paper. So if you want to see how to make that, just leave me a comment below and I would be more than happy to edit that video and post it for you guys with an explanation on how to make them. But I used some Pros-Aid to adhere them to my face. Last but not least, you gotta throw on the wig. Make sure your eyes are covered and you're good to go.